Well, hello, I'm Dr. Hank Bird, and I'm happy to bring to you the fifth part of a series, Fighting with the Belt of Truth. I have really been enjoying bringing forth these little segments about fighting with the belt of truth. And today I'm at that final part, part number 5. And we're going to talk a little bit about not only what truth is, but where truth comes from. Because I think that's where we have the problem when it talks about truth. It's amazing what's going on, as I mentioned in the other parts about what's going on in our world today with all of the deception, the fake news, and the different types of truths that are being brought forth. And a lot of people are confused, and people are wondering what truth really is. But I want you to know today that there is one person who definitely knows what the truth is. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Some of you may not know this, but I'm an author of 2 books. One is It Is Written, a Spiritual Warfare Workbook. It's this particular book here. And the other one is the journal. And the journal is It Is Written, a Prayer Warriors Weekly Journal. And if you are interested, you just go to hankbirdcoaching.com. It'll tell you more about that. And I'm going to cover the belt of truth. It's in the first chapter of my book, my workbook. I speak about the belt of truth. And today I just want to tell us that, in essence, when it comes to truth, we have to really do research to find out what truth is. But there is a paradigm that supersedes all paradigms when it comes to truth, and it's God Himself. That's the bottom line. If you hear anything else that I say to you, know that God is the very essence and efficacy of what and who truth is. Now let's dig a little bit here and take a look. In my book, I speak about not only the things I've shared in the other parts, but today I want to look at not only that, but I want us to look at the things that cause us to miss truth. One of the purposes of truth is to get people out of bondage. If you hear anything I say, grab that. That's my first point. Bondage. There are a lot of people in bondage right now. They're in bondage with drugs and addictions and codependency and depression and deception and false beliefs, superstitions and fear. John 8:37 through 47 is a perfect example of Jesus engaged in spiritual warfare using the weapon of truth. The interesting thing here is, even after they heard the truth, they were not converted or changed. The reason is that they refused to receive the truth. They refused to understand. Verse 37 says, "My word have not free course in you." Or it says in another version, "My word is not welcome among you." I like that. And this is what Jesus was saying. He says, my word doesn't have free course in you. See, a lot of people don't want to receive the truth. They are so consumed and obsessed with what they think truth is that they miss the mark altogether. They don't want to hear anything differently. That is so prevalent in the political world. It just blows me away. And the theories that are out here, all these different theories about this and that and the other. Please, please, my brothers and sisters, don't take things at face value. Just because a particular segment or political platform is saying that this is truth, you don't believe that. Research it yourself. Find out yourself, because it amazes me how there are partial truths out there right now. And people are believing it and taking it as if it is the absolute truth, and it's not. One theologian or scholar gave this illustration that I thought was quite interesting. He said, if you take a ball, a round ball, and you have one person on one side of the ball and another person on the other side of the ball, and you paint the ball on one side green and you paint the ball on the other side orange, the person on this side will say that the ball is green. And the one on this side will say that the ball is orange. So therefore, the conclusion is that they are both right. Okay, now I have a problem with that. That's called truth based upon relativity. And so truth could be, whatever you consider as truth is true. That's not true at all, everybody. And then he goes on and he gives another illustration. Well, let's say that there was a third person in the view, and that person is looking at an angle like I'm looking now, where you can see both sides. You can see one side is green, the other side is orange. So therefore you say that it's both. You're both right. One green, one orange. But then if somebody took a light and shined it on it, he says in the illustration, and then all of a sudden it's blue and red. It's neither one of those colors. Well, see, that's where I have a problem. You see, truth is not based upon necessarily what truth is, okay? It's really based upon where truth is. Let me explain. When I say where truth is, what I'm saying is that where is it coming from? One person believes this, another person believes that, and one person says this is fact, the other one says this is fact, one say this is true, another one says this is true, and then one comes in and says, well, there's a difference between fact and truth, and someone's saying, well, there's just no difference between the two, both are the same. Let me tell you something. Let's just settle the whole problem. Truth has to do with where it's coming from, okay? And man has his point of view, but God has the ultimate point of view. God is omniscient, meaning that he's all-knowing. He knows everything. He knows everything. Not only that, but God is omnipotent, meaning that he's all-powerful, and he is omnipresent, meaning he's everywhere. God is a 360-degree God. He's always going where he's coming from. Oh, what a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve. One scholar put it this way. He said, a statement is true when it says what is, and what is not. And a statement is false when it says what is not, and what's not is. Absolutely true. A statement is true when reality supports the claim. You have propositions that are made, but the bottom line is what is the truth. Now, truth can be, as some people look at it from a scholarly perspective, can be it could be relative, subjective, which has to do with being descriptive and definitional. Truth can be poetic, meaning that it has you take it and you meditate on it and you come out with these different analytical exhortations of what you think it is. And then truth can be prescriptive, meaning proving a diagnostically relating to or making rules, laws, or directives. And then finally, which I believe, and I believe that anyone who does their extensive research find out, is that truth is truly objective. It is not relative. When I'm talking about absolute truth, I'm not talking about, what people call truth. You see, that's the deal. That's the bottom line. Do you have absolute truth? Because the absoluteness of truth identifies the very fact that truth comes from the precepts of Almighty God. He is the truth. He is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. He's not partial truth. He doesn't have an angle view. He sees everything. Like I said, he is a 360-degree God. He's always going where he's coming from. He is a mighty God. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. I will listen to what God says in his holy word before I listen to anybody else. And he is giving it. Why? Because it is written.